go.
Hello and welcome, everyone. So glad to see you all popping in tonight on this Wednesday night live. I see lots of you already in the comments, excited for tonight. Some of you are showered and in your PJs. I saw that comment fly by. So, hi, hello, everyone. Great to see you. I do believe we have two moderators in the comments today. So, that's going to be Vicky and Amrita. They're here to help answer any questions that I might miss and share any links to products that I'll be using tonight. So, hello, good evening. Yes, and I'm actually in my pajamas too, kind of. I decided I'm going to sit down tonight for tonight's live, scooching over a little bit, um, because I don't know, it felt more comfortable to just sit down. It felt more like a crafty chat for me to sit down with you guys. And so we're going to walk through the brand new release from Altenew. So there's an April release and they've been celebrating their anniversary. So happy anniversary to Altenew. So there's lots of great products in this month's release. So I wanted to share that with you because I do have all the products. Most. I think there's one or two things I don't have. And then I'm going to be sharing inspiration throughout the month with those products. So there is going to be a video hop tomorrow. So be sure to check out my channel and then I will link to other people's channels. We'll have tons of inspiration for you there. But I thought we'd kickstart it off tonight. So, hello, welcome. Yes, relax and enjoy the craftiness. So, I kind of wanted to share with you some of my favorites out of the release, and then we'll do a little crafting. I have actually really nothing quite planned for this, so it's really going to be flying by the seat of my pants. I have a couple like sparks of ideas, so we will see what it turns into. You ordered the giant stamp set. Yes, is it actually, I think there's a loud motorcycle outside. Warm weather kicks up the motorcycles. I thought it was called Sakura. Is it Sakura? I thought Cherry Blossoms was a different one. Um, but I have that link down below because I did a video for Altenew. I think if you like pre-order that really large anniversary stamp set, you got a class with it. And I was teaching that class. So that was really exciting. I created what is it? 8 cards I created with that kit. So it was really fun. It's really, really pretty. Hello, everyone. Great to see you. So I do actually have a two things for you tonight. So first, let me pull up the first one here. Um, so if you do decide that you wanted to shop the Altenew release, you can get 7% off of all of your orders using the code there. It's Mindy Live 9. I also have a direct link down in the video description as well. So be sure to enter Mindy Live 9 at checkout to get 7% off of your order. Now, keep in mind, this is just through the 9th and it is a one-time use only. So make sure you're really stocking up if you're going to do any shopping with that discount code. And you absolutely don't have to. This is just kind of a special perk if you decide that you liked something from what I show you tonight. So we have that exclusive offer for you guys, very, very limited time. And another thing I want to do is I'm actually going to do a giveaway. So I am offering up a $15 gift certificate to Altenew that'll be purchased by me. It's gifted by me. And I am going to pick from the comment section tonight. So comment away. I love to see you guys chatting in there. And towards the end of the live, I am going to just randomly scroll through, pick a winner, and you'll just email me your information and I'll get you hooked up with that gift card. Another thing I wanted to let you know about real quick is that I wrote a little note for myself, free US shipping on orders over $49. And that's from the 8th through the 10th. So you would get, if you are doing any shopping, 7% off all orders. I did see a quick comment about if that's all products. I think so. I did not see where there was any, restrictions on it. It just said all orders. So I'm assuming new products too. But yes, so you would get 7% off. And if it's over $49, you get free US shipping. So kind of a bonus there. So hello, everyone. Great to see all of you. I'm going to go through just real quick, make sure I didn't miss any questions or comments real quick. I don't think we have anybody popping in tonight from Altenew because I think they had something going on. So I don't think we have anybody here for that, but that's okay. We totally got this. You already watched the class. That's amazing, Christine. I'm great to hear that. What kit? Oh, what kit was it that I used 8 cards? That was, let me pull up my list. I'm pretty sure that was, well, actually, it's right here. Hold on. We'll go through this in a minute. Where's the name? Sakura Blossoms. I hope I'm saying that right. Sakura Blossoms. And we'll take a look at that too. So, I don't think you can get the class outside of that pre-order window. I don't think. Hello. Oh, you frequently fly to Japan during Sakura season. Oh, that would be beautiful. All right. So, just watch the reveal. Anxious to see what you do with it. Made your order last night. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. Okay, so this is, well, since I had this out, I was looking up the name. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Let me pull everything out for it. What do I have in here? So this is their large, and my screen isn't even big enough. Let me zoom out. Get that in just a little bit. So this is their large anniversary stamp set. They always come out with one of these. They are so gorgeous. And I know the price point is really high, but it is so beautiful. And like I said, I was able to get at least 8 cards. And I think there was even more that I could have gotten out of it. So it is this just stunning set. I had so much fun. I was totally zenning out when I was ink blending this set because you can stamp it. And it's got like this huge thing right here is all one large set. And then you have an additional one right here. This additional one matches the 3D embossing folder, which I thought was really neat. I think it does. Yes, it does. So that matches. No, it doesn't. I'm just, hold on. Yes, it does. I think it does. I didn't actually use the embossing folder, but it does have the Sakura Blossoms 3D embossing folder. So I always look at these as like kind of collector's items in a way because they release these huge sets during their anniversary. And I know I have a few upstairs that I'm just never going to part with because they're so beautiful. And like I said, you can do a ton of cards with them. They really think things through with their products. They really do. Hello. How do you stamp with it? I used the Stamp Wheel 2.0. So I used the larger stamp wheel. And then what I did is because the Stamp Wheel 2.0, you can remove that one side piece. Let me show you. I gotta get out my stamp wheel anyway. Kind of consider that my little junk drawer back there. So I would use the Stamp Wheel 2.0. And this side piece comes out. And what I did in my class was I took their large 9x12 sticky mat and I butted it up right next to it because for the most part, that large stamp fits fairly decent in there with a little bit of overhang. And so I butted up the 9x12 mat and then that gave me just enough coverage to stamp the rest of it. So I used the 2.0. I'm sure there's other ways you could do it. I bet this is kind of a long shot. I bet if you, let's say, have like I have the Empress die cutting machine, and in one of my sets of plates, I don't know if I ordered it wrong or what I did, but I got one of their large plates for the die cut machine. You could maybe put it on there. It's almost like a large acrylic block. So, kind of got to think outside of the box sometimes on those big ones, but it is possible. So I'll just set this behind me because I'll be using it. Hello. Great to see all of you. It is huge. It's great to see all of you joining in. So yes, this is an 8.5 by 11. It is massive, but so, so pretty. So that is the Sakura Blossoms. Just gonna tuck everything back there. I keep, I am on the Altenew design team, so I have blog inspiration and I do video inspiration over there. It's actually my video series once a month on the Altenew YouTube channel is called Inking It Up with Mindy because 90% of the time I'm getting inky. So I'm gonna get inky fingers when I do that. So getting inky with Mindy. And so when I get their releases, I put them in these big craft stacks box. I didn't link this, but this is from Spellbinders. They come in various sizes. This is a big one. The only time that my stuff doesn't fit is like if there's pastes being released. They don't, I mean, this it would probably fit in, but some of the other ones it doesn't fit in too well. But I like to keep them in my stash stacks, I guess these are called. And then I can just keep the whole release together. I put a sticky note on the side that tells me what month it is so I don't get them confused. I'm going to watch your class on Altenew. Are you going to work on that tonight? Nope, I'm not doing the Sakura Blossoms tonight. There was a different set I have in mind. So but that class, that'll be a good one for you. All right, so take a look at what they have. This is actually what I plan on using tonight. Make sure I'm not tipping anything over here. This is Garland Grace. It's an outline stamp. And I thought this image was just really unique in how it was designed. Plus, you have these beautiful sentiments in here. Now, this one I noticed, I think there's a bundle for the stamp and the stencil. And then there's one that I think that has a coordinating die as an add-on. I don't have the coordinating die. So I'm actually going to be creating, I think, a one-layer card tonight. I like to call those one-layer wonders. We need a Stamp Wheel 3.0. So this one, you have your outline, and then it has some layering stencils for it, and it's pretty simple. So I think I'm going to play with this tonight. This was kind catching my eye. What about laying it on its back on a sticky mat so it won't move and ink it up and then put your paper on it like you do with background stamps? Yes, that's a great idea. If you for the large stamp set, you could definitely try that. The only thing is like if you need to stamp it again, just like a background stamp, that'd be hard to stamp it again. But that's absolutely you can do that. So this one is Garland Grace. So I'm going to set that off on the side. So I can use this. This one is so, so pretty. I really want to use this one too, but I'm just not in the mood for die cutting. Do you get like that with your card making where you're like in your moods of either ink blending or die cutting? This is really, really pretty. I'm just not in the mood for die cutting tonight. But I love these beautiful blossoms. So this is the butterfly ranunculus, I think is how it's pronounced. Craft a flower, of course. So I do have some videos on my YouTube channel. If you're not familiar with how the Altenew dyes work, so there was one time I called something a keyhole system, and I got called out for it in the comments. They're like, "Well, it doesn't say keyhole system." But I mean, it does. It's just not up here. It's a craft a flower, but they still use the keyhole system on all of their dies. So these blossoms have triangles to help you layer them together. And then if you look closely, see if I can get this in the camera here. They also have numbers on them. A little hard to see on the camera, but the numbers do get etched into the cardstock when you're die cutting it. So it makes assembling the flowers super, super easy, which makes me love die cutting. So like these have triangles, these have the keyhole, an actual keyhole, and then you have your centers, your leaves. This one, they have arrows. So there's always kind of, oh, what do they call that on maps? What's that word? I can't think of it, but there's always like that guide. Somebody knows the word I'm looking for. Legend? What is that called? But there's always a thing over here to kind of help you identify what is in that die set. And then of course, the examples they give you, they do list the colors that they use, which I find helpful. They come on this plastic sheet. And most cases, I leave these on the plastic sheet. I can take them on and off numerous times. I don't transfer them to magnets anymore, really. Legend. Thank you guys. Keys. Okay. And then it's so funny. I just heard it the other day too, because we were watching Jumanji. And I just heard that term the other day too. So here they give you their layering guide, which I find helpful. So you probably will see something with this from me in the future because it's really pretty. I love the shape of the flowers because you have one kind of turning outward, you have one facing forward, and then one just curved. So it's got a little of everything in this one. You wane between die cutting and stamping, coloring, and stenciling. I know, Barbara, isn't that the truth? Like, there's just days that I feel like using alcohol markers and days I feel like die cutting. What I do need to get into, and I know I've said this before, is making like watercoloring backgrounds or just watercoloring in general. I just haven't done it in so long. It's like I'm scared to get back on that bike, but I know I need to do it. You have the Misty Memory System. Yes, I still have mine too. I still have one. I don't think they sell it anymore though. But yeah, if you have a big Misty, that would work too. So, oh, did you find my class? Can they still purchase the class, Amrita? I didn't even look, to be honest. I thought it was just with the pre-order. So I am so sorry. I will, if it's available outside of the pre-order, I will link that up after the live. So what I did in the video description was I gave you a new link to shop the whole release. So you can just kind of take a look at everything all on the page. And then I did go through and link the individual products that I'm sharing tonight. So if there is something that catches your interest, there is a direct link for it. But otherwise, I do provide a link that takes you right to the entire April release. And so if there's anything I'm missing, I will link that up after the live is done. And I'm sure I'm going to be using some ink pads. I just don't know what colors I'm using yet. So I'll have to update that too. This one is the One Go Friendship Flowers. This is super pretty. These definitely catch my attention because I like that script and how bold those sentiments are. And then you have your smaller sentiments like Thank you very much. You're all kinds of amazing. I think so. These sentiments look really familiar. And I think this might have been, I could be wrong, but this may have been part of a virtual class last year because these look really familiar to me. I'm grateful for your friendship, wishing you peace and comfort. So lots of really pretty sentiments on here. And I love taking a look at their guides. I think they're so pretty because we have, of course, a coordinating stencil. You have the coordinating die for the word hugs and friend. And then also, well, look at this. If you were to, I know I seen a question. I'll come back to that real quick here in a sec. This floral image is one whole stamp set. So you would stamp all of these at once, and then it's going to die cut it out all at once. So that's why it's called a one-go friendship flower set, is you can stamp at once and die cut at once. Love that. Because if I'm going to be doing ink blending on flowers, I'm going to do them all. I don't select. I don't show favoritism. Oh, thank you, Emerita. I didn't even look. You do have the option to purchase the class only or the kit uh, plus class. Okay. I did not even look at that. So thank you for that. I just talked about watercoloring. Do you still use the zig markers? Do you have something better? I still have the zigs. I'm pretty sure they still all work. I have zigs. I have the Korean markers too. I went through them one time and I found a lot dried up. So I need to go through the Korean markers again. I have really lots of watercoloring options. It's just, I know that's something that I can't rush through and that I'm not very fast at. Ink blending, I've gotten so comfortable. It's my comfort zone. So when I just want to sit and create, I tend to do my ink blending and my stencils. But I really need to kind of push myself to explore the watercoloring because it is a beautiful medium and I have lots of stuff to do it with. So yes, the zig markers, if mine are still good, I'm still going to use them. Oh, Memory Misty is still available to purchase on My Sweet Petunia's website. Good to know. Thank you. Christine's going to be at Create. That's wonderful. I will see you there. So here's the inspiration that they share. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I never think to use black or even just dark. I have a hard time with dark colored cardstock. It's so gorgeous, but I have a hard time doing it. I don't know why, but it's so, so pretty. You're gonna blow your budget. Don't we all, though? I mean, really? So, yes, coordinating dies and stencils. So that's a really pretty one. That is on my to-do list. Then, I don't know, sometimes it's just fun to sit and look at all the stuff, right? Oh, I did play with this. So this is actually, I had done some die cutting and stamping on a different project. So this is Wholehearted Sentiments Mother's Day edition. So we can start thinking ahead. The thing I love about these kind of sets though is it doesn't have to be just Mother's Day. Like this can be for sending your mother figure, anybody that's a mom, really, if you have a sister or aunt, anybody that's a mother figure, you can send these cards to, but it doesn't have to be Mother's Day unless you're specifically saying Happy Mother's Day. So, so grateful. Hugs. You are the heart of our family. We love you. Thank you for everything you do and for always being there. So it's got a lot of really great sentiments in there. I love this script and I love those skinny stripped sentiments. But you also have some where when you stamp it, you see that black strip, it's going to stamp, that whole background is going to stamp in black if you use black ink. And then the words will be whatever color your cardstock is. So if you stamp this onto a light pink cardstock with black ink, then this rectangle will be black, but the words will be the light pink because that's the color of cardstock you used. So I love these. And of course, look at this. Like this makes me very happy that we have coordinating dies. I mean, yes, we could use our paper trimmer and trim out the sentiment, but I am here for the coordinating dies, you guys. I will do the coordinating dies. And then, yeah, I had some stamped in here, so I just tuck them back into my packaging so I can save them for later. You're afraid of a black backdrop. I know. I can't even use the black mats that Gina uses. Like, I don't know. It just scares me for some reason. Then this is the Craft Your Life project kit, which Craft Your Life and the Build a Gardens are usually my top favorites out of their release because they're always just so full of product and they're very unique designs. They are things that I probably wouldn't have thought of to mix together, and they do a phenomenal job at it. So we have fruits and flowers. Oh, look, there's some right there. There is some wood graining, and if you look, the wood has 3 layers to it. I love a good layering set. I feel like we're missing these lately as the layering sets because we're kind of spoiled with the stencils. But we have your 3 layers for your wood plank, which would be very, very pretty. Some extra foliage, the sentiments, and look at the inspiration. Look at that wood. That is so pretty. You have your fruit there. You can do a wreath. So if you use your stamp wheel, you can do a wreath with all of that foliage. Here they give you your guide for your wood graining. And these are just some products that are great to pair together. I think I used the pears. No, it was something else that I used on a card, but it was similar to the pears. But these are just some product suggestions that you could use with it. And of course, then they give you the colors, which a lot of times, if I'm struggling trying to figure out what I want to do, um, I'll just start with their suggestions and then I can kind of go from there. So I love that they do that. Then you totally blew your budget too. On new glasses. Yes, you kind of need those for crafting. Yes. I actually I didn't know if I'd need my readers today or not because I have my contacts in. But they just make a good hair accessory at this point. I do actually want to order different glasses. I want different frames. Like I do love my progressive glasses. Anybody that's been following me for a while, I got progressive lenses and I do really like them. It took me a while to get used to it. Now it doesn't even phase me. I love them. But I want to get different frames. So, and then I'd have to figure out my lighting because it reflects really bad on my glasses. So I'd have to figure all that out. All right, then you have, this is still all part of the Craft Your Life. You have your layering die set, which of course then shows you there's a bowl to put your fruit in, banana, so funny. So yes, my hair is tickling my ear really bad. We were in the car, Dalton loves bananas. And we were in the car this morning on the way to school and, oh, what is her name? Oh gosh, I can't think of it now. It's Gwen Stefani. She sings Holla Back Girl. And there's a part in there where she's like spelling out the word banana, and Dalton just totally started jamming to it because he loves bananas and he understood it. So it was really funny. But you have your layering die set to create your fruit and your bowl and your basket. I think that's something I don't do enough. I need to add other stuff other than flowers. I love it. Is this the kit you can get? So you can sign up for a subscription, but you can purchase it outright too. You do not have to sign up. Check out Pear Eyewear. Yes, that's actually what I want to do. That's actually the company I want to look at. Yes. So yes, the Craft Your Life, any of the subscriptions, you can subscribe to it. It'll save you money. They give you a discounted price if you sign up. Plus, I believe you get early access. So I think people that signed up have these in their hands way before everybody else. So you can subscribe, save yourself some money, or you can purchase it on its own. Fruits and Flowers, a 3D embossing folder. So it's just a really cool kind of texture. Let's see if you can see that. Oh, maybe better that way. But it's just a really neat texture. Can go for anything though. It doesn't have to be just for this particular kit. And then your layering stencil. Now, oh, this is interesting. I actually hadn't looked at this. I was seeing examples and I hadn't actually looked at this yet. Hi, Hi, everyone. That's okay. I'm being late. Right now, I'm just walking through the April release, kind of just talking it through. I mean, I've already looked at it, but I'm also sharing some of my first thoughts on it and things that are intriguing me. And then hopefully create a quick one layer card with you guys tonight. So, yes, layering stencils. So, this is creating these blooms. Look how pretty that is. That's really pretty. I don't know. I might have to keep that out. And then if you're not familiar with it, they etch their dyes. So A1, A2 is probably down here. Yes. And then A3. So that's really pretty. Is that? Yeah, that's just a standalone stencil. So that doesn't have any stamp set. It's just a really pretty design with no outline to it. That is really pretty. I have to put that on my list too to make. You're waiting for 2 orders for Altenew to arrive. It now be a 3rd one. I know, it's hard to pass up. It really is. All right, so that was the Craft Your Life. We have a zero waste die, and this is a Fluttering Fantasies. So it's this die plate that creates all of these butterflies at once. What I had done, I actually still have some here. I did do this. And there's so many possibilities on this one too. Let me grab, I have little stacks here. Oops, don't know what that was. I actually die cut it out of a couple colors of cardstock and then also some vellum. But you could do, okay, so let's say you're playing with backgrounds, whether it's watercoloring or ink blending, and maybe you didn't like it. Maybe it wasn't what you wanted it to be. Use these plates and die cut from your backgrounds. You are going to have the most amazing butterflies. And you can layer these together. You can either use them individually, you can match up some smaller size wings to the larger ones so they can layer together like that. You have your bodies. Well, some of these, that one's a little small, but look how pretty that is. And it just makes a really cute small embellishment too, because they have smaller ones here. But yeah, you guys, I think you should do that. Do just dig through your stash if you have some backgrounds that you're not really happy with and die cut these zero waste panels from them. Because then you not only do you get these, but then you can use that background panel too as something. It'd be so, so pretty. That would be so, so pretty. And then they give you your layering guide here to help you with your assembly of your butterflies. I want to do that too now. I'm gonna have to write some of these ideas down myself because I kind of just want to watercolor a background and die cut it. That'd be so easy. The Build a Garden set has been cut down from what it is. They only have 2 items and a brush. Where is mine? Did I pull mine out? I'll have to look. Can't pull this out because that's not ready to be shown. The butterflies are so pretty. Okay, let's open this back up. We have the mini delights, which are always super cute. You get this little crate and then also the dies to do the leaves and the flowers. And then you have some images over here. So there's no coordinating dies for any of this, but this is some images you can stamp in the background. You have some sentiments. I just thought that little crate was super adorable. Did you get the butterflies? That's fantastic. You'll have to try that watercolor background and let me know how that goes. A lot of people are probably going to be really excited about these. These are pegboard panels, and this is, you can use them as texture on your background, but pretty sure what they're looking at is stitching. So if you like to stitch on your cards, this is going to be a great set for you. You have kind of this skinny panel here and then a square one. And I noticed on the Altenew website is that they have like a downloadable version of ideas for you. So they printed out designs that you just, well, they designed them. you print them out and you use that as guides for your pegboard panels. So they're giving you a jump start, which I love because I'm not good with kind of creating my own designs when it comes to these stitching dies. So I'm probably going to go and buy that because I want to start. They have like some florals. I can't remember what else there was, but I just love the fact that they kind of gave you, I shouldn't say gave you because you have to purchase it, but they're giving you a bundle of ideas to get you started. And so, you want to probably go with a heavier cardstock, maybe like 110 pound, because you want something that's going to be durable enough when you start doing your stitching. Like if you have, what is it, the DMC floss, things like that. So those will be super cute to do some stitching with. I haven't done a ton when they're plain. I like the pre-stitched designs personally. Hi, Irma. Great to see you. Yeah, just kind of chilling, walking through the release from Altenew today. And I will be creating here shortly. Ooh, one of my favorites is the arched doors. And I'm going to be going live again with the Altenew products, I think on Monday. I think it's on Monday. Double check my calendar. But I'm pretty sure it's Monday and I'm going to use the arched doors. So gorgeous. Anything that has to do with an arch, I'm in love. So I think like maybe ink blending some flowers or die cutting some flowers and putting them around here are going to be really, really pretty. And of course, they gave you some ideas in here. Penny says, I love counted cross stitching. I do too, Penny. I do it every night, almost every night. It's my unwinding time. I have a ton of cross stitch projects that are done. They just need to be fully finished. And someday I'll get around to sharing that, but I haven't yet. But I love stitching. So yes, the arched doors. So we have 3 different designs here. This is one of my favorites, I think. And then you also get these steps to go with it because otherwise your door is kind of like floating onto nothing. So they give you the steps for it. And what is cool about this is it goes perfectly with this next set, which is the pom-pom trees. Look how cute these are. And they look at that. They give you the examples to go with the door. I think that's going to look so cool. I don't know if I'll use it in my live on Monday, but I'm definitely using the arch doors. Hello, hello, everyone. I see some of you just popping in. Great to see you here. The other thing I think that's really neat about this is like you're seeing here on the example, the 3 different colors of cardstock, that's how it's going to layer together. So I don't need to do any ink blending. The cardstock is going to do it all for me. And then look at their layering guide. They're hiding the keyhole in the pot. Like genius. So we're hiding that keyhole system down there. And then of course up here, we're going to be hiding it with the tops of the pom-pom trees. I wasn't sure if I should call it a tree or a bush. So this will be really interesting to put together. And then now look at down here. Look at what's in this one. The different keyhole names. We have a snowman, short triangle, tall triangle, little T, big keyhole, small keyhole, arrow, and a T. That's a lot. Thank goodness they give us the guides, so it's going to make our job easy. So these are going to be really fun to play with. There is a lot of versatility on them, yes. Whoop, where's my opening? So I just have a couple more things and then we'll get cracking. Handmade Happiness 3D embossing folder, just great for added texture to your background. And then there is the Lush Botanicals African Daisy 3D embossing folder and die set. Where's the die? Let's pull this out. I think there's a few other items that are available in this release too that I don't have. So like I said, in the video description, I have a link that takes you to the entire April release. You can check that out. So that's your 3D. Oh, here it is. It's right inside. Those are for young guys. Those are for readers. So there's our die set. So you can, what you would probably want to do is you'd want to die cut your pieces first and then emboss them. Otherwise, if you do it the other way, you're going to flatten out your 3D embossing that you did. And then they also give you the layering guide in here. So I bet those are gorgeous too. This would be a great like starter set for somebody if they're kind of new to the keyhole system. This would be a really great gift and starter system for them. You just pop these back in and we can get to crafting. So while I'm kind of moving this stuff around, I'm going to pop this up because I know some of you had come in late. So I do have a special for you, but it's like one day only. It's only through the 9th, 7% off of all orders using the code MindyLive9 at checkout. It is a one-time use only code. So I just want to make sure you're aware of that, and it cannot be combined with other codes. So that's short-lived. It's not going to last very long if you're doing any shopping. You know, and also the free shipping. I keep forgetting about that, and I know that's important. There is a free US shipping over $49. So just wanted to let you guys know about all that fun stuff and the video hop that is tomorrow. So I will have a video up for that too. Okay, so I think I'm going to use this tonight. How are you guys? It is a huge release. Well, it's their anniversary release, so yeah. Okay. I'm just reading your guys' comments. Yeah, it's a fun one. Okay, so we're going to do some ink blending real quick. Order is in, Mary says. Thank you, Mary. I hope you get some good stuff. I mean, it's all good. It's all good. Oh, I just love these examples. I love this. Should I try and do this? Should I try and do this one? This shouldn't be too bad. I did have some color inspiration picked out on Pinterest, but I really like how that looks. I kind of want to try and do that. So I think I might. So I'm going to just leave that off on the side. And we're going to try that. You're fairly new to Altenew. How many years for them? 12 years, I believe it is. I think that's 12 years. I've been working with them for quite a while. I mean, not since the beginning, but quite a while. I've done a lot of guest work for them or just participating in their releases for quite a few years. And this year actually marks year 2 that I will be on the Altenew design team. So super excited to be working with them more closely. Okay, let's grab our stamp wheel. Ooh, that's a big flower too. All right, let me grab, I didn't get any cardstock out. Hopefully you didn't see my pajama pants. So we're gonna pop this down in the corner. That is really big. I totally underestimated how big this set is. So I'm gonna just gently peel this off. I don't wanna just come in and rip it off because you can stretch your stamp set. And if you stretch your stamp set, then it might not line up with the stencil. So just kind of being careful how I peel this off. Okay, wow, that's really big. That is not going to be, you can almost do 2 cards like that. Okay. Make sure my cardstock has stayed stuck down. Just rub my hand over it so I can condition my stamp. Helps remove any manufacturing residue off of it. Stamps with a cleaner impression. Hi, everyone. No hard pants while crafting. Actually, during the day, I wear jeans. I almost have to wear jeans. Otherwise, I just kind of feel like I'm ready for bed. But tonight, I'm like, no, I just want to sit down. I just kind of want to sit like in crafting with you guys. Okay, excuse me. You're probably going to see my pajama pants this time. Nope, that's not what I want. Where is it? That's what I want. It's just black jogging pants, really, is all it is. Okay, so I like to do my stenciling and stamping probably a little different than most people do. I always start with a light color of ink. In this case, it's going to be the permanent gray. So I like to start with a light color of ink first. I leave my stamp set in place, and when I'm done ink blending, I come back in and I stamp it with the black. Sometimes it looks actually better without the black outline, just depending on the design. But I do this because then I don't risk smearing my black ink, especially if I'm going to use a really light color. So I learned this a long time ago from Leah Lawson. I learned that a long time ago. I think she was the one that did it, and it was just so brilliant, and I've been doing it ever since. Comfy crafting, yes. Loved the jean shirt class, bought mine. Awesome. I love that set. I really do. That is hilarious. In my head, I gotta pop this up because that's really funny. Let's see if I can get that in there. Oh, that was really funny. I see London, I see France, I see Mindy's pajama pants. That is really cute. Pretty catchy too. Okay, stamping this again. This would also look really pretty, just stamped in a black outline and adding a sentiment over the top. You don't even have to do anything to it. Look at that. Isn't that just so pretty? Love it. Okay, so I'm going to add this to my sticky mat to do my stenciling. So I'm going to put this off on the side. That drawer is just a pain in my tuchus. You love that tip. Good, I'm glad. Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, you could stamp in your black ink and then dry it if you want with a heat tool, but I don't know. This just works out better for me. And I feel like you have more options this way because sometimes the images look really good without that black outline. So, and it might look, actually, this doesn't look too bad on screen, but sometimes the light gray, you get really small flowers that might be hard to see. But this just, yeah, it's really saved me a lot of headache. Where did that? The Funko Pops I sent Gina and Tom were amazing. Thank you. That, I don't even know what my husband and I were talking about, but somewhere along the line, he brought it up about creating customized Funko Pops and for Gina and Tom, and I just totally ran with it. So that was all the hubby's idea. It was so fun designing them. Maybe I'll zoom you guys in a little bit. And they turned out so cute. They actually shipped pretty fast too. No line coloring, yes, it does give that look of no line coloring. So this first stencil is going to be this main flower. I just wanna, okay, head's gonna get in the way. And I have a little bit of overhang there, so that's going to keep that in place. I also kind of look ahead. So the next stencil is going to be these leaves. Then I have the third stencil. Okay, so third stencil gets a little tricky because it's going to give me parts of the flower on the inside and the leaves. So that gets a little tricky there. So I only really have 2 layers to each. And then these are for the smaller flowers. So yeah, she shared them. It was a surprise. All I did was tell her that she was getting a surprise. That's all I told her. I wouldn't tell her what they were or anything. So let's see here. What did they do? Pink Diamond, Coral Bliss. think I'm gonna have to ad lib a little bit. Strawberry Dusty. I don't know where those colors are. It's the only tricky part is they list colors and sometimes I don't know where they are. Let's see. They got Citrus Burst though. Peachy Keen. Let's grab the Pink Diamond collection. Pink Diamond. Citrus. Peachy. Sorry guys, I'm just grabbing my ink colors real quick. The other one was what? Peachy Keen. Where? There it is. Okay. Funko Pops were darling. Thank you. All right. So what I was doing is grabbing the colors that they're listing here. So I was trying to decide what I was going to do for this. Because they list some colors here. There's some pinks over here. We'll see what happens. Let's grab some brushes. We're going to do a light wash of pink, I think. I'm also going to mask it off, I think. Mom made a whole set for your family. That's fun. That'd be really cute. I'm just going to mask that off in case I get a little carried away with my blending. So let's do, well, let's start light. Let's play on the safe side and start with Pink Diamond. So I'm going to do a little bit that down here. That might be too light, actually. I think that's going to be, I think I'm going to bump it up to Pinkalicious. Pretty sure I have these brushes listed in the video description. I just don't remember the name of them. So I'm doing the pink over here on this side. That was Pinkalicious. And then, well, let's just jump right into the Citrus Burst and see what color that gives me. So I'm going to put that on this end. We'll see how that yellow looks there. When the yellow overlaps with the pink, that's going to give me a really pretty orange. So I might not even need that Peachy Keen. I just might have to bring the pink in a little bit more because it's such a good transition. Are the Altenew ink pads a foam or felt? They are felt. They are all felt. They do have some pigment ones though. The pigment ones are like a squishy foam, if that makes sense. I'm gonna bring a little bit more here for an overlap. So this is the first layer of the stencil. Look at that gorgeous orange. Who needs orange ink? So pretty. I'm gonna bring a little bit further, I think. A little bit more there. Yeah, I think I'll do that. This is where I end up with a mess. So then I will pick that up. Oh, whose birthday is it? Happy birthday, Michelle. Yesterday was your birthday. Well, happy birthday, Michelle. Belated birthday. So this next layer is going to give me my leaves. Line that up. And I'm okay, honestly, if I'm a little off, because I think it kind of gives it a little whimsical touch, like a doodly touch, if I'm off a little bit. So this one looks like they use the Misty Sage, Mossy Meadow, and Green Opal. So let me find that. Misty Sage, Green Opal, Misty Sage, Mossy Meadow. All right, so this one is the Jade Dreams collection. I need to go and do this with all of my ink pads. Back when I was like very ambitious and my ink pad collection was small, I had gone through and I had used my label maker and I said what collection it was from. So this is Jade Dreams. And then I also put a number with it. So Jade Dreams 1, Jade Dreams 2. So when I was ink blending, I knew what color family it went to so I could put it back on my shelf. I haven't done that in a long time. So our main color here. I have a bright green and some dark greens, but I want one that's kind of got this mossy look to it. And we'll add that. So pretty sure there's only one more stencil to these leaves. So I might bump up the ink blending a little bit before I remove this layer of the stencil. You're new to my channel, Janet. Well, welcome. It's great to have you here. Today is a pretty relaxed night. The beginning, I walked through the brand new Altenew release for April. I usually don't walk through an entire release like that regularly on a live, but today was their release day, and I just thought, let's go for it because they had some pretty good stuff. It's their anniversary. So we're just doing a little live crafting now. In the video description, for anyone that joined late or is new to my channel, the video description has links to usually most of the supplies that I'm using today. I updated after the live with the actual supplies that I use. Like I don't have the inks listed, so I'll update it after the live. But there's also information there if you sign up for text notifications. I've had some people ask me about that recently. So the link is down there for signing up for text notifications. I send that out about a half hour before I go live. People seem to really enjoy that feature. And just grabbing another blending brush. Oh, I also have the information down there about my blog, my newsletter, the special that may be happening right now. So I try and pack as much information in there as I can. This one is a mossy meadow. So like I said, because we only have 2 layers, I'm going to add a little bit more color to this first layer. I'm glad you guys really like that. Yeah. I only really have used it for the lives. I might have used it one other time outside of that, but I don't want to abuse that. Just like the newsletters, I don't want to abuse that because I know people have a lot going on. They get a lot of emails, but try to keep you on the loop. Okay, those are our leaves. Oh, it's such a pretty green. Put that over there. And then stencil 3 is going to, okay, see if you're new to Altenew stencils, we have our open areas here that we're going to ink blend, but they're giving you the etched line of what you previously have done. So that'll help you line it up. Usually I kind of have to sit back and tilt my head a little bit to see it. And I can get away without wearing my readers for this right now. For now. Oh, and I also have going on right now, just by chatting in the comments, I'm going to be giving somebody a $15 gift certificate to Altenew. So I need to remember to, did I use this? No, I didn't yet. I need to remember to pick a winner at the end of the live. Now, I just want the leaves, so I have to do a little creative masking here. Wait. I want to do the leaves. This one might be a little tricky. Little creative with the Post-it tape there. Yeah, where's my other piece? And we'll mask that off. And then I'm going to come in with the green opal. And we'll add that in. Thank you guys. Glad you like the flower. It's really pretty. Might still leave a little bit of a highlight there. Kind of take some creative freedoms when you're playing with the stencils. Well, I can't take credit for the color combo. I'm pulling this out of their inspiration pamphlet. Because sometimes they're just really good and I want to do it. So this is the green opal with our stencil. Yes, I will pick a winner at the end of the live. So you do have to be present to win. I don't know. I should have planned that out a little bit. Unless you're watching and you have to leave and you come back. Long as you get in touch with me. So I will talk about that more at the end. Super focused. I don't want to get green. Oh, look how close I'm getting there. I should have wiped that ink off before I removed my tape. So let's see if I can wipe that away a little bit. Post-it tape, any tape, doesn't like to stick to wet ink. And I don't want to wipe away the ink by pushing it onto the pink. Trying to keep that green out of there. That one isn't so bad. Okay, so now we'll mask off the leaves and I'm gonna get some new tape. Do our flower. Okay, so now let's mask that off. There we go. All right, so this is gonna be really fun. Mine's gonna obviously be a little different than theirs. I'm going to start with the Pinkalicious, I think. And then I think I'll come in with some darker shades here in a second. But I think I'm going to start with the same color that I ended with. Drizzle that over a little bit so we can get that pretty overlap. All right, now let's step it up a little bit. Hi, everyone. No problem on joining late. You're right in the middle of an ink blending session. So you'll get the reveal. Great time to join. Oh, this color is so good. This is Rubelite. Oh, look at that overlap. See, that's my happy place right there. And then we'll just go right into the Citrus Burst. Yup. Gift certificate. I'll help you do some shopping. The bright yellow up there. Get that overlap. Thank goodness for replays. Yes, I will be picking a winner for the gift certificate from the comments during the live. So I'm sorry, I'll have to plan ahead a little better for my replay crew because I know I have a pretty fantastic replay crew. So I'll think of something for the future for maybe Monday's live. I'll think of something for both live and replay crew. So sorry about that, guys. Did not think that one through. Okay, here we go. Look at that. That is so good. So there's mine. And oh, can't see it. This is what, I'm trying to get a good comparison. This is what their example is. This is what mine ended up being. So even though I used theirs as inspiration, it came out totally different. And I actually love when that happens. So I kind of wished I was a little darker down here, but I love it. Okay, so that was the main flower. Now, I could really just leave these flowers and just leave them black. I kind of want to do that. Kind of want to do that. What am I looking at? Let me think. Because I think that would be kind of neat to have just this be stamped and leave these as just kind of a image. What do you guys think? Can do happy anniversary. Should I ink blend it or not? Don't do them. Do it. Okay, then. Never mind. Okay, so this one, where do I start? Oh, boy. Let's see where this goes. So there are a couple etched lines here. If you can see, there's some curves. So that means these are going to be done separately. So let's get that lined up. So it's going to be these 4 flowers, and then I'll have to move it to do the other ones. Okay, I need to pick up some of these inks quick. Put them back there. I didn't use the Peachy Keen. We got Pinkalicious, Rubelite, Pink Diamond, and Razzleberry. And Citrus. Ink blend, please. Okay, so what did they use? Alpine Aster. Oh boy. Ultraviolet Eastern Sky. Alpine Aster. So one sec while I pick up my colors. Alpine Aster, Ultraviolet, and Eastern Sky. Where's Eastern Sky? So this is one thing I don't do. Whoa, all my comments. I'll come back to that. This is one thing I don't do very often that Altenew does is they mix their color families. I usually try and stick with one stack, but they like to mix. And I don't know if I have them all labeled. Enchanted Garden, Blue Mountains, and Lapis Lazuli, something like that. But anyway, 3 different ink collections. So let's see how this goes. Okay, and they varied it. All right. We're going to need some smaller brushes for this. Oops, I got to put these away. Pink, yellow, I'll put that one away later. Okay. What is that? My blue? Okay. I think I might give them all a light wash of blue. So let's start here. Woo, that is whoops. That came out way darker than I thought. So let's pull back the reins a little bit. Go a little more light-handed. Little more light-handed there. That turned out different. This last layer, I think they had pink in the center of their flowers too. So I'm just going to pretend I didn't see the pink. We need to step these up. Let's see if I can fix that. Where are my purples? I have purples here. Maybe. Let's do this. You like the darker blue. Okay, this is Alpine Aster. I think one of the reasons that I kind of struggle with mixing my ink pads like that is I like to keep all my color families together. And I hate trying to I hate trying to match them up when I'm done because I have to put them away when I'm done. And Rita says that's one aggressive flower. That's one way of putting it. That's really pretty. Okay, let's just do that to these other ones. We'll leave the center maybe the lighter blue. So sorry if I missed any of your guys' comments. I know when I turned around, I seen a bunch fly by. So I'm so sorry if I missed your comments. Oop. I just got some new blending brushes. I'm watching you to see how to use them for blending. I collect them when they're on sale. That is great because that's what I did too. Whenever there was a sale, I still do that. You can always have more blending brushes. I'll always find a use for them. I think I'm just gonna make them all the same. So these ones I'm kind of just going around the outer edges. We'll see how that looks. What container did you have your brushes stored in? It's a storage container from Altenew. I can link this after the video, but they have a container for these small ones. Super cute. I love these. I actually waited forever because they were out of stock for so long, and I got myself 2 of them. So I love these. There's also a lid that goes with it, and the lid can go right underneath. Okay, let's check this out. Dab some white ink on the top of the dark one. Great idea. Look at that. Oh, that is so good. Okay. We have this weird looking one, I think, goes right here. Process some elimination. Find the weirdest flower. And we'll mask that off. Start with that Eastern Sky again. Pretty sure I don't need to ink up my brush for that. Add some of that light blue. It is a really pretty, I wouldn't have done this color combination, so it's kind of fun to reference their color guides like that. Because yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that. Now you could just ink blend one side of your flower, like have this side be darker than the other, but I love outlining it and creating that highlight in the center. Look at that blue. That is so pretty. And they're from 2 different, like, I want to say color families. They're from 2 different collections. So that's pretty neat. And then the purple. Purple over blue looks good anytime. Look at that. So pretty. Oops, get this out of my way. Oh, so good there. Okay, 2 more flowers. Where does this one go? And just kind of twist and turn until it matches up. Thank you guys for sticking with me tonight. Try not to be too late, but this is a good one. This is a good one. Hope you enjoyed the walkthrough release. It's kind of like I miss doing unboxing videos. I used to do some unboxing videos. Like if I made a large purchase from somewhere, I would do unboxing videos just sharing what I purchased. And now stuff I have, I can't share with you ahead of time. So I guess we could maybe call this the unboxing video, so to speak. Those were always so fun. I love watching unboxing videos or like, what is it? Craft, like, what do they call them? Crafty haul videos? Crafty haul videos. Those were so fun. I get suckered into those, because people buy different things, have different interests and tastes, and maybe it's something I never paid attention to before. Those are so fun. So we could call this like my crafty haul video. Haul videos. And what is the name of the stamp set? It is this is the Garland Grace outline stamp. So it's the Build-A-Garden. Look at that. No wonder why I loved it. It's the Build-A-Garden. So there is I don't remember which one I linked, but you can get the Build-A-Garden where it's just the stamp and the stencil, or you can get the add-on with the coordinating die. I do not have the coordinating die, so I will be trying to create a 1-layer card. So I'll be doing some shopping. Wonder if I can buy that separately. I don't even know. There. And then we just have the leaves to finish off. So that was an interesting color combination. And I got that right out of their inspiration pamphlet. Little smudge. Hopefully I can get rid of that. And now our leaves. So I have some separation on this one too that I have to watch out for. Where's my line that up? Oh, that's a oh, I gotta watch that because let's block that off. Otherwise, I'm gonna be trying to line that up. So right here, we don't want that right now. That was confusing me. So we'll just keep that out of my way. I think I'm lined up pretty good. You can buy the die separately. You just did. Good to know. Good to know. I will be doing that. All right, let me put my brushes away because I'm done with the blues. And we'll grab one of these again. Except I have to do some more masking. So we'll mask that off. And then where'd my greens go? We'll come back over to the ones I was using. We'll start with that Misty Sage. Oh, thank you, Tracy, for the super chat. So sweet of you. So this stencil, I'm gonna place my fingers over that because I don't want those areas right now. This layer of the stencil does the stems, the leaves for these smaller flowers, and also the centers, which I think I might come in with black. So I start with the lightest color, which is the Misty Sage. Okay. And then we're going to step this up a little bit with the Mossy Meadow because we only have one layer for this. So we're going to let's grab a little guy. He's a real little guy. And we'll just add a little bit right on the edges there. This is why I strongly support different size ink blending brushes. Because look at that detail you can get. That shading. Over here. And if you were late joining, I just want to remind everyone that leaving your comments, you'll be eligible to win a $15 gift certificate to Altenew provided by me. I will pick a winner at the end of the live. And we also have a discount for you. It's down in the video description. I know Amrita has posted it a couple times as well. So if you're doing any shopping on the Altenew release, there is a 7% discount for you that you can get using my code. And those are affiliate links. So when you do purchase using any of those links that I have down below, I do get a small commission from that. So I do appreciate when you do that. Okay, I just had to come in with a darker color. Get that. Oh, I'm going to get inky somewhere here. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? Do I have black? I thought I did. Is this one my black? No, I think this is brown. I want to come in with some black in the centers. Thank you. Relaxing watching me blend. It's relaxing for me to blend. Even though I have a lot to do after this live is done. But it's relaxing for me to blend. It's relaxing to stitch too. And yes, a thumbs up on the video does help. So if you're enjoying it, if you're enjoying my content, giving it a thumbs up, it does tell YouTube that other card makers might like it. So I appreciate that. So there is that. I'm going to wipe this down a little bit. Well, hi, Jen. I didn't see you in here earlier. Okay, I just kind of did a quick lazy wipe. That smudge up there, I'm hoping I can get rid of that smudge. So now I just need to figure out where the rest of these go. Like I said, kind of process of elimination. Just lining it up with what's already there. Looks like something doesn't want to line up. Oh, there. Oh, I said ope. Who watched Kathy's live the other day? I said ope. So funny. So I think I'm going to jump right in with the mossy meadow here. It's just this one section of the leaf. The dog says it's time for bed. That's usually Dalton. When it comes to Gina being live, I never get to finish Gina's lives usually because it's time to sleep, is what he says. And then he proceeds to get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. But once he's ready for bed, like, there's not a lot changing his mind. So there's that one. Almost, you guys. We're getting there. I'm getting there. Thanks for being patient with me. We have this one up here. But you guys said you wanted to see the flowers. So that is what we're doing. Get stuff stuck. Okay. A little more mossy meadow here. How can I post pictures on your Facebook page? I made your classic truck to match my 3-year-old grandson's truck. That's so cute. I don't actually know how you can share that to my Facebook page, but if you have Instagram, you can share it on Instagram and try and tag me in it. Or you can actually go to my posts tab on YouTube And you can post it on my post tab, I think. I know you can comment. Like you can create your own comment or your own post on YouTube on my page. Nope, that was black. Was not paying attention. But Instagram, you can try. Yeah, I'm not sure. I actually don't do a ton with Facebook, to be honest. That's why I never created a Facebook group. I think I talked about it one time. And I just never did it because I just don't. I go on Facebook for the jokes. And that's about it. Okay, I think I have just this little bit left to do. I'm gonna get a new piece. I don't like to reuse my Post-it tape too much because it can transfer ink to my project, and I don't want to do that. So let's mask this off. I don't know where all the other centers are, but I'm not going to worry about it. And I think maybe we'll do these pretty dark because they seem to be in the back. And green opal. And add that shading in there. All right, let's see where we're at. Yeah, I think I got it all. Got all the centers. The centers would be really pretty with paste, but I'm not in the mood to do paste tonight. So there. Let me just tuck some of these away so I can get back to stamping it. Thank you guys. Glad you like it. Okay, so I have a smudge, but I'm going to fix that. I want to get this off. Usually folding this in half works, but it's a big piece of cardstock. There. So let's get this out of the way here. Okay, and I did not come up with that color combination myself. That was actually provided in the inspiration guide from Altenew. I keep my 9x12 sticky mat in a zipper pouch from them too. And I just tuck it in there. Seems to do pretty well. And let's clean up this table a little bit. Oh, that drawer. I did not do a good assembly of that drawer behind me. So I am just using some glass cleaner to clean this up. Get all that extra ink off of there. And a quick wipe of my hands. Do you know if Altenew will hold an order for a few days? I'm going to be out of town. I don't think so, but you could try contacting their customer service, but I don't think they do that. Okay, so twirl this way. My hair is seriously tickling my ear so bad. That's why it's always up in a clip. All right. How did I have it now? Like that. So now, as I was mentioning earlier, a lot of times things can look good just like this. It can look very watercolory, whimsical. For this particular case, I am going to stamp the detail back in because I want to give my flower more definition. There weren't a lot of layers to the flower, so I'm going to bring my lines back. And I know everybody likes to hold their breath when this happens. There is a coupon code tonight, Christine. Let me pop that up here for you. Before I do any stamping, I know it took my thing away, so I won't stamp yet. But yes, there is a discount code tonight. It's not very long though. Actually, this gives me time to look for my eraser, which I can't find. Oh, there it is. It's like another junk drawer. So yes, then like I said, that's a very kind of short-lived coupon code, and it is one-time use only. So I was looking for my mono sand eraser because I have a smudge up here. Should have did that before I brought it to my sticky map, but if I had a coordinating die for it, I wouldn't be so concerned, but I don't have it. All right, let's stamp this. Ooh. Just stuck my finger in a black ink pad. Now I have black finger. I just don't want, look at my fingers. I'm getting dirty. Just gonna my baby wipe. Okay. But I'm prone to dirty fingers. All right, you guys ready for this? Here we go. Probably should have tested it first by placing acetate down, but oh, how does that saying go? I live on the edge. What happens, happens. So using the Obsidian ink. What do you guys think? Here we go. I think I'm off actually, but that's okay. I'm going with it. We're just gonna go with it. You could frame that. I did actually do a really big one. I think I have a video for it. I did a really big piece and I gave it to my mom. I think I still need to give her the glass for it. I put it in a frame. I think it's titled something about art decor. It was a huge, it was so, I think it was peonies. I only take risks in card making. Okay, here we go. Close your eyes. Or not. Perfect. Perfect. Just got to trust the process. And look, it made those centers pop out even more. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It does. Walk on the wild side. Yup. All right. That was my obsidian. So we'll just get this cleaned off real quick. So I was going to keep this a 1-layer card. Just tuck this away. So I don't have too much to do. So if you guys are hanging in there, hoping to be a winner for a $15 gift certificate, we're getting there. And I'll do a quick scroll. Oh, I'm glad you guys like it. Thank you. Like I said, that inspiration, the color for that came from the guide in Altenew's packaging. So it just looks a little different on the flower because I didn't go quite so dark. And I didn't pull out every single color that they used, but it's a great place to start. So yeah, maybe it was me wearing the pajama pants that helped that tonight, huh? Okay, so now pop that out. I'm gonna bring it back in to do some stamping for a sentiment, but I'm gonna pop that out for right now. Yeah, how do you cut that down? I don't know if I can. I gotta dry this. The Obsidian ink stays wet a little longer because it's a pigment ink. It's a fantastic ink to stamp with when you want a black outline, but it is not safe for like coloring with alcohol markers. It's just really great for adding your outlines and things too, but it does take a little longer to dry, so I like to hit that with my heat tool. Thank you. What is the name of your ink blending class? Um, well, so there's a few of them actually on the Altenew website. Um, Trying to think. I might have to go and check if you can just search by my name on their website. But I do have some ink blending classes on the Altenew website. And then I was also a part of Blending Boot Camp, which was with Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. So there's actually a couple places that you can find me. Amrita, can you go to the Altenew website and Google my name? See what comes up when you, or not Google it. Can you go to the Altenew website and type my name in the search field and see what comes up? I know I have a couple classes over there. Can you cut it down? You need to prevent. I actually had intended, so this is a 5.5 by 8.5 piece of hammer mill cardstock. I actually had intended on cutting it down. But that's really hard to cut down. I might have to turn it into a 5 by 7, huh? Because what I was planning on doing. Okay, 1 second here. Hold on, guys. Oh, where did it go? Hold on. I'm still here. Aha! Oh. Okay, sorry. I was looking for a nested rectangle die set because this is going to help me figure out what I want to do. Keep it 5 by 7. I mean, but really, trimming it down to A2 isn't that bad. So that's what it would be like if I did A2. I mean, it's not that bad. And then I can always have a sentiment right here. So different orientation. Yeah, that's really not that bad. I don't know if I have any 5 by 7 dies out here. Hold on. Ace. Oh, that's scallop. Hold on. I'm looking. Okay. I didn't want to bring this up because it's super heavy, but let's see what I got here. I just hated leaving you guys. So I keep this tote down on my shelf of like basic sizes and dies from various companies. It's really full, so I can't add to it anymore. So I'm just looking if I have an A7. A7 is 5 by 7, right? I mean, I do have one in my other room. You like the A2 size? 2 cards from 1. A2 looks good. Because, yeah, I know Christina has some 5 by 7 dies. I just don't want to go digging for that right now. I think I have some boxes blocking it, actually. That shelf. So I think I might just go with the A2. But if you guys create with this, you can do a 5 by 7. Yeah, I don't have 5 by 7 in anybody else. Oh, that just totally jacked up my hair, didn't it? Oh. So I think I'm going to leave it with the A2. I do. I just, it's on the floor. It's hard to pick up. So I think I'm going to go, I think I'm going to do it as an A2. And then I can add, and these are just nesting dies from Hero Arts. So what I could do then is we can do congratulations. We can do happy birthday. Need a ruler to get the 5x7. I like having the frame to help me make that decision. Oh yeah, Gina's got master layout. Hold on, that's a separate bin. Oh, what is this? Good call. Good call. Who said that? I have Gina's in a separate bin. Good call. Okay. What are these sizes? This is master layouts 8 and 17. Whoop. If my husband is watching, I'm sorry, honey. What is this one? 4 by 5 3/4. Nothing happens when you use the code at checkout. Has anybody else been able to use the code tonight? Let me just pop this up really quick. So you did Mindy Live at 9 at checkout. Did you already use it? Because it is a one-time use only. And it should be on all orders. So did anybody else use the code tonight and have any problems? I don't have anybody here from Hero Arts to check anything. Okay, so this one, we've got some stitching. So we get a little bit more here. Dawn used it. Okay, good. So it is working. So we could do that. Used it. Okay. Well, thank you guys for using it. But yes, sounds like you had to take the free gift out for it to work. Interesting. So sorry about that. What was the free gift? It should take the discount off at the end when you're getting ready to check out when you use the code. But it sounds like people said there was a free gift that they had to take out. Okay, looks like we're going to be adding some stitching. So, okay, should we do this? We're pushing it, guys. I'm getting out of here. One-time use, you might have to be logged in to use it. Amrita is just so good. She's on top of it all. All right, guys, I'm just going to take the plunge. We're going to die cut it like this. And then I'll add it to a 5x7 card front because this measures, looks like about little over 4 maybe 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. Okay, great, Polly. I'll check that out after I'm done. I can't wait to see them. All right, so hold on, guys. I'm just die cutting this out. Where'd my plate go? So that's what that piece looks like. That's what that piece looks like. And then I just need another piece. All right. You guys are throwing numbers at me that I don't know what they are. Honestly, A6, A7, I don't know what those are. I know 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I know 5 by 7. That's what I know. Okay. I mean, I even have to look up mini slimline sizes every time I go to use one. So 7. I'll create a card base later, but at least I want to get this 5 by 7 and we'll see how this looks. All right, so full disclosure, might take me a little bit to get the supplies updated after tonight. Wow, I do not do 5 by 7 that often, but look at that. It's got the stitched edge there. And you can have that do any orientation. Okay, so what did this one end up being? About 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. That's interesting. Okay. So this, I actually don't show this in videos a ton. But I get this heavyweight cardstock off of Amazon. No, opaque white, I think it's called. I ordered a whole ton of it. It's just a heavier weight cardstock, and it was really reasonable on Amazon. So what I like to do is I want to pop this panel up. So I'm not making a 1-layer card, but I want to pop this panel up. So what I'm going to do, instead of just adding foam tape directly behind this panel, I don't like adding foam tape just right behind it. I like to have another layer there. So I'm going to cut another panel of this heavyweight cardstock to be just a little under what that is. So my panel is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. And then that'll layer perfectly right behind it. It just, I don't know, it's a little quirk of mine that I like having that extra layer back there before I add foam tape. Might be wasting cardstock, but it's just that little extra to do to my cards. So I'm going to add tape runner to that. And now I just got to be careful because I don't know if that pigment ink is dry yet. So I don't want to smear that. Okay, now before all right, before I do anything, I need to add a sentiment. So the sentiment, I'm going to have to turn this. I mean, I could have a sentiment going that way, but I think it would confuse people. So does it help the warping? You know, actually, Tanya, I think it does, because I know a lot of times when I would put foam tape behind just a panel that I ink blended, which is usually around 80-pound cardstock, I would find that the foam tape would kind of warp my cardstock a little bit, or I could kind of see through it almost down, like I could see where the gaps were in the foam tape. So I do. It was just kind of like a security blanket back there. Yes, Joanne, I will look to see if it's available. Okay, so now we can do congratulations. You know, if I'm just stamping, what else do we have? All right, honey, I promise I'll be done by 8. We could do one of these. Hubby watches while I'm live, so he's probably shaking his head going, yeah, right. Because I'm never done at the time I say I'm gonna. Does the extra layer of cardstock make the card cover heavy? What do you use for the card base? So I a lot of times will still use that same what is it? Accent, I think, cardstock. Sometimes I use Gina's heavyweight cardstock. I don't find that it makes it bad. I do side folding cards, and I don't have any problems with my cards being too heavy on the front or not standing up. I don't find any problems with them. Okay, so we're going to do this. I love these bold sentiments. Clear sequence would be a nice touch. All right, now the only trick is making sure that's straight. You're all kinds of amazing. I love that. Sending good vibes. That's another good one. Hold on. Let's just go all kinds of amazing. Accent opaque. There you go. Yes. I buy it in bulk on Amazon when I can. I thought I heard somebody say that it's not available right now. I don't know. I haven't looked for a while because I stocked up pretty good. So we're going to hope that that is straight. I need them to come out with like a normal grid, because this spiral does nothing for me. I think it's crooked. Okay, so sorry if I'm missing your comments right now. I just want to make sure that this is straight. Because that would be very depressing if I stamped this not straight. Does that look straight to you guys? I can't tell. What do you guys think? Does that look straight? I don't think it's straight. Hold on. I don't think it's straight, and I don't want to mess this up tonight. So hold the phone. Oh, that drawer. Issues. Okay. So get this out of here because I don't need that right now. So I'm switching to my Misty because I have rulers to help me with lining up my sentiment. So what I will do is I'm going to place this here. Let's move that up. So I like using the Misty rulers to help me make sure my sentiment is straight because I'm having serious truss issues right now. There. Then I can push that up, and that ruler made it straight. There. So yeah, we need to get some things like that for the stamp wheel. Okay. And I know I still have a giveaway to pick. We are almost done. Almost done. I mean, not giveaway. I have a giveaway winner to pick. So thank you all for hanging in there with me tonight. Don't want to press too hard. I don't want to smoosh it. All right, I'm going to leave that. I don't want to take chances right now. That I'm going to need a snack. I don't know if I dare ask my husband for an ice cream cone. He might be shaking his head at me. But I kind of wouldn't mind an ice cream cone. All right, so now I'm going to push that sentiment up again. I think it's sent. I don't know if it was centered. Hold on, I'm going to redo that. Come back to your comment in just a second. I just want to make it centered there. I should have probably stamped the skinny one first. Oh, this is kind of scary. Um, all right, I think I'm gonna go for it. Oh, yeah, I kind of do. I kind of want one. So yes, thank you guys. I will update my list. Hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow. And get some finished pictures for you all. But yeah, thank you all for joining tonight. Sorry for going so long, but gotta get in all that ink blending, right? You asked for it. So that is what I did. All right, I don't want to stamp that too much and ruin that. And I just have a big mess to clean up. All right, just about done. We will pick a winner for our $15 gift card. Oh, I'm boring. I just do a vanilla ice cream cone. All right, so I gotta wait to attach this because that's gonna be wet. And just so you know, and I'll link this afterwards, is I'm gonna be using this thicker foam tape. I will use that to pop up my panel. But I'm gonna wait because I want that to dry. I'll hit it with my heat tool in a little bit, but this gives me a good chance to pick a winner for that $15 gift card. So let me do a quick scroll. Thank you guys. Your first live, Lisa. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, so I'm going to just magic fingers and scroll through the comments, and who I land on is going to be our $15 gift certificate winner. So if I had a drum roll, I would play it. Who do we have? Peg. I don't know that person. So if this is your YouTube handle, you have won the $15 gift certificate for Altenew that I am going to be contributing. So let me go ahead and write that name down. I hope you're here tonight, or at least coming back and catching the replay. I'm going to give it about 24 hours to see if I hear from Peg. I just gotta find my pen to write this down. And I'll try and tag. This is really bad handwriting, so don't look. Should have did that off screen. All right, so I'm just gonna add that in here one more time. This is our winner for the $15 gift certificate to Altenew. All you need to do if you're the winner, I gotta scroll, get back down. All you need to do is email me at mindyegandesign@gmail.com. You get in touch with me. You don't see her. Hopefully she catches the replay. Okay. Yeah, I will give about 24 hours. If I don't hear, then I will go back through and I'll tag somebody else. So thank you those that are tagging Peggy. And yeah, I will get in touch. So let's just pop this up. I'm going to share this graphic one more time with you, and then I'll bring the card in. So it is 7% off all orders using my code Mindy Live at the checkout. That's pretty much only good till tomorrow. So you have a little bit of a window there if you're doing any shopping. If you're not, and you are all spent out, which I did see a couple people say they're just plain old spent, which is totally fine. And you've had lots of orders coming in, it sounds like too. I hope you still found inspiration in tonight's video, just maybe learning about the stencils or the ink blending and just where I even find inspiration sometimes on that. There is the card. So like I said, I'll add some foam tape behind it. We'll pop it up. Haven't decided on the sequence or not yet. So we'll see if I get ice cream. I don't know. Last time he bought it for me when I asked during a live, I kind of went a little long. It was melted. So we'll see. We'll see what happens this time. So otherwise, you guys, let me come back up here, find all of my buttons. I was just listening. Yeah, I will be back on Monday with another live. I'm pretty sure it's featuring Altenew again, so I may have another special discount for you. Tomorrow, there's a video hop for Altenew, so be on the lookout for that. And we also have the Concord and Ninth ink color release and their April release. So I will have some inspiration to share there as well. So keep an eye on my blog, keep an eye on my YouTube channel. I'm going to have lots of things going on to share with you. Thank you guys all so much for joining tonight. I hope you enjoyed today's inspiration, and I will see you again real soon. Bye, everyone.